Bello Tunau of the Department of Engineering, Design and Evaluation, and Wale Ademo of the Public Building Department. Onoze Yakubu, NTA News.
Meanwhile, Nigerian economy will be more robust if there is long-term investment and involvement of more players in the capital markets. That was the viewpoint of stakeholders during the flag-off ceremony of the Institute of Capital Market Studies, Nasarawa State University, CAFE. Muhammad Awalu has details.
The gathering in this hall has a common goal, that is the inauguration of the Institute of Capital Market Studies, Nasarawa State University, CAFE, which serves as a research-based center that dwells on financial literacy, stock exchange, long-term investment.
We can create a vibrant and dynamic capital market that benefits all Nigerians.
Director General of the Institute, Professor Uche Owalike, says the establishment will churn out the recommendations for policymakers and players in the market for wealth creation.
A research-based institute, and we hope that in the next couple of years, our financial systems will be better, on the basis of outputs of our programs at the institute.
The institute is the first of its kind in Africa. From CAFE, Muhammad Awalu, NTA News.
And back here in Abuja, children no doubt remain the future of every great nation. To this end, the convener of...
Aside from the usual skills, acquisition, training, and practical empowerment programs is key for social security, which invariably will reduce crime and unemployment. Guests say in-depth knowledge of history keeps people unique and updated and trusting in their cultural inclination. The unveiling of the book, History and Current Affairs, written by the founder, presented Nigerian history for children, which she says will help the incoming generation keep track of who they are.
We are losing it. A nation that has forgotten where it's coming from, its history, is bound to repeat the mistakes of the past.
We need to identify who we are. It is not about identifying that you are Igbo, that you are better than the others. No, it's about showing the culture, the good aspect of Igbo culture. The problem we also have is that we allowed other people to tell our own story.
The Senior Special Assistant to President Tinubu on Youth Initiative, Delivery and Monitoring represented said that the creative industry is fully harnessed through identity of Nigeria with the aim to unite and propagate good ideals, noting that the presidency, through the Federal Ministry of Education, has made vocational skills and history mandated in every institute of learning in the country.
We are tired of the youths graduating from school and are not employable. And some of them are not able to stand on their own. But with the new roadmap addresses those issues. The issue of entrepreneurship, the issue of vocational education coming in, being embedded into the curriculum.
If we understand and trace our origin, it encompasses mere language. Talk about the food. Talk about religion. Our parents lived long enough because they understand what was good for them.
Go to different schools after the registration time. We went to different schools, give them exams on the manual, which is the current affair manual. After the exams, we selected those that did well.
About 40 children from 15 different schools across the FCT made it through the finals and winners awarded with cash prizes. The history quiz competition is the first in the series of events of the Ina Okon Omekwe. NTA News.
And talking health now, prostate cancer has become a pressing health concern affecting men across Nigeria. The silent threat demands attention and awareness as experts maintain that, like other cancers...
Breast cancer, according to experts at the Federal Medical Center, Jabi, Dr. Bioku says prostate cancer has no direct known cause but is peculiar to men of the black race.
Malignancy of the prostate. The prostate is a male sexual organ that is located at the neck of the bladder. So it's very essential for men in terms of fertility. So as the men age, the prostate increases in size. So because of several factors. But the cause is largely unknown. So it's also increases with age. As we advance, is a key.
frequent urination, difficulty starting or stopping urine flow, and blood in the urine are warning signs that should not be ignored, as prostate cancer is treatable when detected early through regular screenings.
There is a possibility of cure if you detect any cancer early. So prostate cancer is not an exception to that. But the treatment of prostate cancer, let me mention, is we usually adopt multidisciplinary approach. So it involves not only the urology, ultrasound, pelvic MRI for staging, and the bone scan, then the a pathologist who is going to look at the specimen of the sample that is submitted to them, then the social welfare workers and also the psychologists, because the treatment likely depends on the stage of the disease. So if the prostate cancer is diagnosed, the first thing is to stage it. So whether it is limited to the prostate itself or it has spread.
While adopting a healthy lifestyle helps to reduce the risk of prostate cancer, regular checkups and awareness remains most important tips to break the silence surrounding prostate cancer. Aside creating awareness on prostate cancer, experts emphasize the need for government and all stakeholders to prioritize men's health through affordable health packages. In Abuja, Hakimat Ali, NTA News.
You're watching the news at 1 and still to come on the news. Al-Habibiyya Society of Nigeria hosts 21st National Ramadan Lecture. These and more in just a moment. Thanks for still staying tuned. Anti-religious stories. For any society to develop, the expectation is that all citizens align efforts towards a common goal. The guest lecturer Imam Suleiman stated this at the 2024 annual Ramadan lecture of the Al-Wajud Muslim Women's Society of Nigeria, Kubwa branch. Hawa Gimba reports on the theme, Socioeconomic Justice, Purposeful Leadership, Knowledge, and Piety, Panacea to Bad Governance.
Perseverance, patience, trust in Allah was the watchword for Muslim faithful at the 2024 Al-Wajud Muslim Women's Society of Nigeria. This is to as well enlighten the faithful on the significance of justice and purposeful leadership in our daily lives, especially with the present administration. Thereby, the importance of Ramadan is to have faith in Allah.
A lot of injustice has been committed to the citizens, and we need to bring and enlighten people to know even how what God says about justice. The justice system is nothing that has to do with you denying your fellow human beings their rights and privileges. You should dispense their right towards them. And that is why people who are appointed to leadership must know that that position is a position of trust.
Chairman of the event, Otumba Lanre Ipinimisho, tasked Muslims to have patience in dealing with issues of importance, thereby use the holy month, which has been described as a month of forgiveness, to pray for Nigeria.
Only from the economic point of view, you would think that we have not arrived. We have committed leadership now in the country.
For us to be able to bring our country out of this problem is to ensure that we have social justice. We should ensure that we have inclusiveness.
The 2024 Al-Wajud Muslim Women's Society of Nigeria, Kubwa, had scholars, Islamic organizations, and members in attendance. Hawagimba, NTA News.
Similarly, the vision of the Al-Habibiyya Society of Nigeria is to make Islam more acceptable and respected by the generality of people globally through its conduct and practice of Islam. This was re-echoed at its 21st annual National Unity Ramadan Lecture in Abuja. Again, Hawa Gimba reports on the lecture theme, Ramadan, Coping with the Current Challenges.
Advocating support for the less privileged in the society, especially in the holy month of Ramadan, was the major issue raised at the 24th National Unity Annual Ramadan Lecture by the Abuja Society of Nigeria. Speakers at the occasion, including the guest lecturer, Professor Adam Ahmed, who was represented by Alhaji Ismail Zakari, of all stakeholders to implement policies like the Abuja in assisting the less privileged in the society.
The message is that this should not just be the month of Ramadan. It should be a continuous process so that we can, if not completely eliminate, we can reduce the level of poverty, the level of insecurity.
And I urge Nigerians at this Ramadan fast time, they should continue to see that what is happening in the country is that they should assist them.
And that is why we want to employ those tools to think out of the box, that we could actually make it without government hand.
The Controller General of Nigerian Customs Service, Malam Bashir Adeni, says Nigerian government is working to ensure the high cost of food items are brought down, assuring that such it will soon be a thing of the past. This, he adds, begins with the reopening of borders between Nigeria and the Republic of Niger by the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration.
Resonates very well with what we are doing as an agency of government to assist, in enhancing Nigerian food security.
In ensuring that positive change is possible. All we need to do is to do our bit as responsible Muslims and responsible Nigerians.
While calling on Nigerians to support the present administration, scholars in attendance urged good-spirited individuals to engage in charity, as it will ease a lot of problems as well as earn Allah's reward. Hawagimba, NTA News.
Report just reaching us says FCT Minister Nyesom Wike has sworn in chairman and members of the FCT Civil Service Commission, Chief of Staff, Head of Service and Permanent Secretaries. Chief Justice of Federal Capital Territory, Justice Hussaini Baba Yusuf, administered the oath of office to the appointees before the FCT ministers. Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, said he believes they are capable hands appointed to work for the development of the Federal Capital Territory. And the package of that story will come up in our subsequent bulletin. It's time to join our sports decks for sport news.
Nigeria's Minister of Sports Development, Senator John Eno, has emphasized the urgent need for an African country to host the Commonwealth Games, highlighting the continent's absence as host since the inception of the event. As he expressed concern over Africa's underrepresentation as a host, Senator Eno emphasized the crucial role of deliberate will in bringing the Games to the continent. To football, in the semi-final of the women's football event of the 2023 African Games. Meanwhile, host Ghana will treat to athletics, one event that will catch the attention of many Africans in many track and field events at the 13th African Games is the women's long jump, where the battle for the gold medal is expected to be between three Nigerians. The athletics event will begin this Monday at the University of Ghana tracks, and the trio